1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says government has introduced another landmark reform of Pakistan's Single Window Act 2021, paving way for ease in imports and exports. Imran Khan, appreciating overseas Pakistanis for sending record remittances, has said inflow has remained over $2 billion for straight 10 months amid COVID-19 situation. Foreign Minister says Pakistan and Germany share objectives of peace, stability and progress in Afghanistan. The President has appealed the nation to observe standard operating procedures against COVID-19, including wearing masks. The Council of Common Interest has approved long-pending results of Census 2017, saying new census will be held this year to address concerns of smaller provinces, especially Sindh. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference has urged the United Nations and other human rights bodies to take cognizance of the atrocities, brutalities and desecration of religious places by the Indian troops. Iran has accused Israel of cyber attack on its Natanz nuclear site and vowed to take revenge. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says PTI government has introduced another landmark reform of Pakistan's Single Window Act 2021, paving the way for ease in imports and exports. In a tweet today, he said Pakistan's single window will bring $500 million annual savings and reduce cargo clearance time from days to hours by integrating 75 regulatory departments, including customs, banks, port authorities, shipping companies and brokers. The Prime Minister said an independent authority will manage the Pakistan single window, which will be pivotal in unlocking Pakistan's potential to become a hub for international transit and trade. Earlier, in a tweet today, Prime Minister said the remittances have so far witnessed an increase of 26% during the current financial year. Appreciating overseas Pakistanis' love and commitment for Pakistan, Prime Minister thanked them for sending over $2 billion for 10th straight months, breaking all records in COVID-19 situation. Prime Minister Imran Khan says he has utmost respect for the higher judiciary as it is the way to strengthen democracy in the country. Talking to Attorney General Khalid Javed, who called on him in Islamabad today, the Prime Minister said respect of the judiciary is necessary irrespective of the decision taken either in favour or against anyone. The Attorney General briefed the Prime Minister about important cases. The Prime Minister said that he is grateful to the judiciary for its guidance. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan wants to have more economic linkages with Germany for enhancement of bilateral trade and investment. Addressing a joint news conference with his German counterpart Heiko Maas after delegation-level talks in Berlin today, he said there are great opportunities for Germany to invest in Pakistan in various areas including renewable energy, electric vehicles, information technology and tourism. Foreign Minister said he apprised his German counterpart that Pakistan's policy has shifted from geopolitics to geoeconomics and government's focus is on the economic diplomacy and is offering new incentives to investors. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan wants to have peaceful relations with all the countries, including India, but for that, India will have to take the first step to create an enabling and conducive environment for talks with Pakistan after India's action about Kashmir on August 5, 2019. He said all issues can be resolved through dialogue. The minister said Pakistan and Germany have identical objectives: peace, stability and progress in Afghanistan, and Germany has an important role in stability in Afghanistan. Shah Mahmood Qureshi thanked Germany for extending support to Pakistan at FATF and in grant of EU GSP Plus status to Pakistan. He also thanked Germany for providing 15 million doses of anti-COVID-19 vaccine to Pakistan. Speaking on the occasion, the German Foreign Minister said Pakistan has great importance for Germany and the two sides held constructive discussion on enhancing bilateral trade and investment. He said Pakistan has put in great efforts for peaceful solution to the conflict in Afghanistan. Pakistan will issue postage stamp to celebrate two great heroes Iqbal and Goethe to commemorate 70 years of diplomatic relations with Germany. This was announced by Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in a tweet today. The Foreign Minister said we will also be issuing a commemorative coin portraying important monuments of Pakistan and Germany. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi says he has come out of COVID-19. In a tweet today, he said he spent his first full day at work today. The president appealed the nation to observe standard operating procedures, including wearing masks. Special Assistant on National Health Services Dr. Faisal Sultan has appealed the people to fully comply with the standard operating procedures to avert the spread of COVID-19. Briefing media persons in Islamabad today, he expressed the confidence that religious scholars will ensure compliance to the SOPs in the mosques during the holy month of Ramadan, as was seen in the previous Ramadan. The Council of Common Interest has approved long-pending results of Census 2017, while new census will be held this year to address concerns of smaller provinces. He said all the 7 members of federal government, chief ministers of Punjab, Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa voted in favor of releasing the Census 2017 data, while Sindh chief minister opposed the move. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference has urged the United Nations and other human rights bodies to take cognizance of the atrocities, brutalities and desecration of religious places by the Indian troops. According to KMS, APHC Working Vice Chairman Ghulam Ahmad Gulzar stressed the need for initiation of meaningful dialogue among all the stakeholders to find a peaceful solution to the Kashmir dispute in the spirit of UN Security Council resolutions. Meanwhile, the troops today launched a cordon and search operation in Naibogh area of Taral in Pulwama district. An international cooperation office has recently been established in Beijing to facilitate the communication between Chinese and Pakistani companies in irrigation technologies and products. According to the director of the China Institute of Water Resources and Hydropower Research, the office will serve as a bridge between Chinese and Pakistani irrigation enterprises by exploring the needs of Pakistani people and companies and modernize irrigation system. Iran has blamed Israel for cyber attack on its Natanz nuclear site and vowed to take revenge. Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif said in a statement that Tehran reserves the right to take action against the perpetrators involved in an act of nuclear terrorism. Meanwhile, multiple Israeli media outlets have quoted unnamed intelligence sources as saying that the country's Mossad spy service carried out a successful sabotage operation at Natanz site. Conservative ex-banker Guillermo Lasso won Ecuador's presidential elections. He obtained 52.5% of the vote, declaring himself president-elect with more than 96% of ballots counted. Lasso will assume his office on 24th of May 2021. Russia today enthusiastically celebrated the 60th anniversary of the legendary flight that made Yuri Gagarin the first man in space. Gagarin's mission on 12 April 1961 marked a historic achievement for the Soviet Union, which beat the United States in a tight race to launch the first human into space. The day of Gagarin's flight is celebrated every year in Russia as Cosmonautics Day. And now cricket. In the second T20 against South Africa at Johannesburg, Pakistan was 60 for 2 in 9 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Pakistan won the toss and opted to bat. Pakistan is leading the 4-match series 1-0. And now weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is likely to prevail in most plain areas of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain with dust and thunderstorm with light rain is expected in Pothohar region, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. To end the news, here once again are the main points. Prime Minister says government has introduced another landmark reform of Pakistan's Single Window Act 2021, paving way for ease in imports and exports. Foreign Minister says Pakistan and Germany share objectives of peace, stability and progress in Afghanistan. The President has appealed the nation to observe standard operating procedures against COVID-19, including wearing masks. The Council of Common Interest has approved long-pending results of Census 2017, saying new census will be held this year to address concerns of smaller provinces, especially Sindh. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News.